I think that is the proper understanding of the structure of our economy.
Yeah.
And I say that there are a lot of advantages that people don't see.
So many advantages.
But we are trying to say that in England, it's that this way. We are not England.
We are not.
In Canada, is that we are not Canada.
It's not.
It's a different business. It's a different part. We have a lot of things to improve, but everywhere we have things to improve. So I'm saying, because if you don't think like this, because everybody would try to shoot the hose, show you the hose, why you're wasting your time.
It's not possible, yeah.
That's right. Why you're wasting your time, why it is done somewhere better. Some people will even, especially the bloggers, will come and tell you all these things. You know, how much do you make? You know, how much? 1,000 cedis a month is nothing. When you are here, you will make 2,000. They for $2,000, $5,000. They forget to tell you
the cost of living. It's not the same. Cost of living is not the same.
They don't tell you how much they owe.
Yes, the credit cards and things.
So if you measure it, there's some people don't know, but man, I say that in Ghana, if you're looking for money, it's in business.
This I notice is, look, business or in entrepreneurship, it's going to be one gentleman I heard, and this is not even Africans. These are Americans that typically I quote from, you know, because I've had a lot of reference points in the States than probably most places because I lived there for a while. So this is an American saying that it takes whatever you think is going to cost you in terms of energy, in terms of input, multiply it by 4 times.
You see?
And this is an American.
Yes.
Where the systems work.
Yeah, they said that to me. I don't know.
They said that.
I saw Floyd. They put on his neck. I don't know what kind of system will work in that way.
4 times the energy. Yes. So just by juxtaposing to our African context, I believe you have to be prepared to probably do twice that.
Okay. You know the funniest thing.
The
funniest thing is that I think starting is easier here.
Wow, that's eye-opening. Give me a little bit light on that.
I think it's more of the growth.
Okay.
That may be a bit tough.
Okay.
Because the regulations, for instance, if I want to open just a kiosk, I just open. But I'm sure that in New York, for instance,
you can't do that.
Just put your kiosk.
No, never.
It's a bit easier.
Okay.
I can operate without even going to the government. Later, I can go to the government.
Yes, later when you are.
That's right. So our system allows this easily.
That is an advantage.
Yes, as a matter of fact. And you can easily start anything and test your idea here. Where it becomes a bit challenging is where you are looking at the tax laws to favor you, the investors to give you money, those things. You take your company to the stock market, those things that grow their business, the high leverage, because if your business is working, some venture capitals will come in,
They will throw money at you.
That's right. And they pick it to a certain level. You say that you are floating shares. You become a billionaire in no time. Yes. I think that side is where we have a different part. Okay. But in terms of starting, I think is especially
it's easier.
Yes, I think it's especially not so much with the highly regulated businesses.
Okay.
Highly regulated business where the government is like starting maybe a bank or finance company.
Pharmaceutical company, yes.
Yes, those things. Mm-hmm. But a lot of our businesses where people use daily, you can just go to a domain market and get the table and start something. The thing is that we don't think those things are important. That's why a lot of our graduates looking for jobs.
It's true.
They don't think that they can go to domain and sell watermelon or coffee. It's
true.
As a starting point.
Or, this past week or so, I think my wife just bought some clothing from somebody on, I think, either Facebook or Instagram. And it was so funny. I see people sell things like that all the time. But their story was funny. So when she, eventually the items were, she ordered, and they had to be talking back and forth, to make sure that she had the right size and everything. So there was one of the items that the seller, didn't have. And she just blurted out that, this item, I don't have it. So I will go to town and buy it and bring it to you.
That's right.
So actually,
yes. Did you not take it?
I was like, wow, this is a good business model. You sit there and say there's no job. Go to the Makola market. Go to the Inna where the college people cannot go. Right? Go there, step in the mud, go there, and then go and cut a deal with the ladies. Now look, when I bring a deal to you, you give it to me at this price, or you give me a commission on it, and I will go and sell it online for you. And then she has a business. My wife spent, I think, I don't know, close to 1,000 cedis on that day. You get the point.
And someone will tell you that they need money to start a business, no?
And I think her margin on that will probably be more than 50%. Who cares?
Yes, exactly. Is that not what lawyers do?
Yes.
They have to go and represent you. That one is legal. Okay. So I think that is the proper understanding of the structure of our economy.
Yeah.
And I say that there are a lot of advantages that people don't see.
So many advantages.
But we are trying to say that in England, it's that this way. We are not England.
We are not.
In Canada, is that we are not Canada.
It's not.
It's a different business. It's a different part. We have a lot of things to improve, but everywhere we have things to improve. So I'm saying, because if you don't think like this, because everybody would try to shoot the hose, show you the hose, why you're wasting your time. It's
not possible, yeah.
That's right. Why you're wasting your time, why it is done somewhere better. Some people will even, especially bloggers, will come and tell you all these things. You know, how much do you make? You know, how much? 1,000 cedis a month is nothing. When you are here, you will make 2,000. They for $2,000, $5,000. They forget to tell you.
The cost of living. It's not the same. Cost of living is not the same.
They don't tell you how much they owe.
Yes, the credit cards and things.
So if you measure it, there's some people don't know. But man, I say that in Ghana, if you're looking for money, it's in business.
Yes.
It's in what they call informal. What they call it, I don't think it's informal.
I think a great business idea, especially for young people and things, or people who are starting. For me, as you were talking, I'm still learning the system, basically. And every day I'm just learning a lot. But one of the things that I'm seeing is that if a young person and I targeted the informal sector,
yes,
to help them sell,
yes,
that's all I do. Help them sell, because these informal sector, they don't understand technology, they don't understand. Their own is I go open my shop and I wait for people to come. It's more of inbound marketing or inbound sales. Let me put it that way. Okay. But young people identify these informal sectors. Somebody selling paint, somebody selling this.
Repackage the process of repackaging.
That's why we're talking about the value chain, the end of the value chain. You'll be at the very tail end of the value chain, then you become a Louis Vuitton.
You see, even the informal term that you use, we have been using those terms on us. But Benny Madoff, was he not working in such a structured
he was
informal.
He was working on Wall Street and busily taking people's money.
So the definition, it's like I'm trying to look for a perfect example. The definitions that we give to a lot of things that we have value in denigrates
us. Yes,
and therefore we don't see value
in that.
You see, because the guy who was going to come to do engineering, you're saying that informal. That automatically puts him off.
No way. He was a former suit and tie.
Yes. So if you want them to see the opportunities there, then change the name. It's like some of the courses that they have changed names in the universities. It's the same course, but they just add technology to it, and they make you pay $20,000 for it. Yes. It's just the same course, but they just add the technology. So I think the names that we give to some of the things that we have, traditional, informal, cultural, tribal, those things. Because the same. I've never heard some English people say that this is our tribal food.
No way.
When it comes to Africa, they use those terms.
Yes.
They immigrate. They section us. They make us minority. Is like the term minority. I never heard this until I went to America. That you can call a whole non-being minority. Wow.
Somebody said he never knew he was black until he got outside of Africa.
You see?
And he got to know that he was black.
That's right. So until you're able to switch some of these terms, you will not see the opportunities.
Awesome.
Blessings that you see.
It is.
You know? And most of our businesses, that's how we started actually. We put the things down and we went to the market. That is the market we have.
The market, yeah.
That's what we have. It's like going to school and they tell you don't speak vernacular. Is it crazy? The boy grows up, he thinks that whatever he has is nothing. There's no treasure.
Yeah,
that's vernacular. So he grows up thinking that anything that he has is inferior.
It's inferior. It's true.
Meanwhile, that is where the strength is. That's where the opportunity is. Yes. I know somebody who sells cocoa. She has Tozafi.
Okay.
She has 10 spots. Tozafi.
Wow.
The owner sits at home. She prepares them and sells them. Can you imagine how much money?
She'll make? She'll make more than the office person.
You know, kebab, chichinga.
Yes.
10 spots every evening.
Amazing. Look at the cash flow. We're talking about cash flow.
That's right.
Indomie. That's cash flow business. Indomie. Yes.
Indomie.
10 spots of Indomie.
You are saying that you are looking for 1,000 and you are going there and they're throwing stones at you.
Oh man, that's denigrating.
My friend who sells coconut. Today I was talking to him. He said, "Master, when you cash?" I said, "Master, cash in there."
That means the person is saying there's cash. He's loaded. There's cash.
And this guy sells coconut.
He has cash.
Yes, and he said that he has another farm that is producing citrus or something.
Wow.
And he's thinking of starting coconut farm. SS graduate.
Wow.
I gave him a copy of Streamline. He said, now that I've read it, I'm even getting more ideas. I said, don't travel.
Don't travel anywhere.
Do this and do it well. Now, the funniest thing is that if he starts to put some nice container there, city authorities will come and
that's what you said. Starting is easy.
Yes. They say, come, you don't pay this, you don't pay this. But now that he's selling it on the table, nobody will come. So if I were him, I would sell it like that,
And spread.
And multiply and grow from that level. Because the watcher woman is not being hustled.
No.
But go to the restaurant. All those people will come.
Hustled.
Our system is designed to protect the interests of the top. So anytime that you want to formalize, so-called in quote,
yes, you get penalized.
You are hit back.
Yes. And that is what needs to be looked at.
That's right. So if you want to grow, me, I will not go until I'm very muzzled. I will not worry about those
things.
But the moment you look like them, they say, this guy is getting money. So now they want to come. So leave them, sell it on the table, increase the revenue. Don't worry about repackaging. It's not. I read a story. This was about 15 years ago. A bank in England and in India, wealthy bank, they refurbished their banking halls, and they saw that the people stopped coming. Then they had to use billions to change the setting to the old setting that the people understood.
Wow.
Because the people that they were serving were comfortable with that kind of design. You see? So even though it was a big bank, they didn't have to, rejuvenate and redesign because of the market that they were serving.
Yes.
A lot of the times, focus on serving more people, make more revenue.
Yes.
At that, because you have to go into the people's mind.
Yes.
The moment you start to say, I'm packaging, I'm doing this, that's where the book people will come in. Before you see it, you have lost your business.
You've lost your business.
That's commercial banking.
And that's terrible. That's honestly, that's a very terrible thing. I think the authorities need to really set up. If they're saying they want businesses to grow, you have to make it easier. Ghana is the only place that I know that utility rates for businesses are higher than domestic rates.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and utility rates for electricity if it's designated as a commercial entity, the utility rates are higher.
Are higher, yes. But I'm saying, you said Ghana is the only place. I didn't know it's the only place.
The only place I know. Let me put a disclaimer. The only place I know, travel a little bit here and there, at least I know a little bit around town. Traveled a few places in Europe, in the States, in some African countries as well. For me, that's the only country I know that utility rates for businesses that are supposed to create jobs, that are supposed to have higher than domestic.
Okay.
And that's a business killer. That's a business killer. I think we can go on and on and on.
Say it again.
Yeah, we have to go somewhere. And give us your last thoughts. In some what are your final thoughts? What final
okay? So
ideas?
All right. So you have to understand, for you to be a very resilient person, you must understand yourself as an African. Your freedom is in your identity.
Yes.
The more you understand the culture, and the more you don't raise other people above you, and the more you can see the beauty in your culture and how God made you, the better you can be very comfortable with heat that comes out of you building anything.
Right.
Business, and understand the environment and understand that the colonial structures are still there. So they fight back at wealth creation. Those structures fight back at you. So don't be shocked when they come. And you're going to make a lot of mistakes. You have to be built for it. Wealth is for the courageous, they say. Wealth is not for the weak. It's not for the feeble. It's for those who are ready to fight. And so take risk, be driven by your mission or by your vision, and be tough-minded. You want to win in this life? It's not for the weak.
Wow.
Tough-minded.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my brother. It's been an inspiring, fiery session. I really like it. It's like it's been an eye opener. Especially some of the things that you said about businesses, which and that tells you that I still learn every day. That businesses, starting it is easier here than possibly anywhere else you can start a business, and I think that is a big advantage. So if I was a young person, I will find a way to start something if business is my thing. But there are some people that I noticed that no matter, you can pick them, throw them up, and land them on the ground 1 billion times, business will never come out of them. We understand, it's not for everybody. It's not for the faint of heart. Business is hard.
Yeah.
But it's very, very difficult, very hard, but it's very rewarding also.
That's right.
That doesn't negate the fact that there are people who are going to be professors. There are people who are going to be doctors. We need doctors. Not every doctor can be a business person.
That's right.
There are people who are going to be teachers, who are going to dedicate their lives to societal service. We don't take that away from you. But for those who are cut out for business, and those who are intrigued by even the concept of business, or those who want some level of freedom in their life, entrepreneurship is the key. And thank you so much, Kwabena, for your awesome insights. Awesome insights. We are blessed to have you. Yes, and have a good evening.
Yes, sir.